The bear was enjoying this spell of warm weather. There had been hardly any rain for almost 4 weeks. Apart from the day of the Baton parade, everyone had a smile on their faces and appeared to be enjoying sunshine. The gardens in the village were blooming with vibrant colours. The workers from the centre were looking after the gardens and in the grassy areas around the village, planting a variety of flowers and vegetables. The fruit trees that had been planted all looked if they were going to produce a bumper harvest.
The bear was happy to see this village looking so good, and even more to see the people making such an effort. Although the bear liked this warm weather, it made him tired, and he had to visit the well every day to sip the water that stopped him growing old.
After he had taken the water, he felt revived and quick made his way back to the village to watch from his hiding place, everyone going about their business. He met with Billy in the morning as usual, and they read each other's thoughts. The bear let Billy know that he was really happy with the way the people of the village were working together to make it look even better than usual.
Billy told the bear that the villagers and the workers from the centre were working very hard, and was pleased that the bear had noticed.
The bear patted Billy on the head with his huge paw, and they went their separate ways. That night, when most people were tucked up in bed, the bear was doing his usual patrol around the village. Everything was very quiet. It looked as if the weather had exhausted everyone, and they had decided on an early bedtime. The bear was just about to head towards his den when he heard a noise. He turned back and from the Bowling Green gate he watched 2 young men walking down past the school.
He didn't recognise the young men, and he sensed that he should follow them. They walked along the road towards the post box. Then they stopped. The bear watched in disbelief as the 2 young men went into the flower beds and started ripping out the flowers and throwing them onto the grass. The bear was furious. He crossed the road and went down the steep bank at the burn. He then ran along and came back up at the bus shelter.
By this time, the young men were walking towards him. The bear checked that no one was watching, and as the young men approached, he crossed the road and stood in front of them.
The bear let out a low growl, and the young men stopped, froze in their tracks. He put out his 2 massive paws and gently lifted the 2 young men and carried them back to the flower beds. He then dropped them on the grass. He picked up one of the flowers, scooped out a hollow in the soil with his paw, and replanted the flower.
The young men knew what he wanted them to do. With their bare hands they put every flower back in its rightful place. As they finished their task, they turned round and the bear was gone. They did not hang around to see where the bear was, but they quickly ran away and disappeared into the distance. The bear came out from its hiding place and checked on their work. Most of the flowers were back in place, but some of them had broken stems and the leaves had already started to droop. He then had an idea.
He quietly went to a bin outside one of the houses and took out an empty milk carton. He then ran as fast as he could up the hill towards the secret well. He filled the carton with the water from the well and ran back to the flower beds. Each of the flowers with a broken stem were giving a drop of water, and within seconds the stem stood upright and the leaves that were dropped were back to normal.
The bear was happy, but it was almost daylight and he had to get back to his den.
The young men were never seen again around the streets of the village. The bear liked new people coming into the village, but only if they showed respect.
In the woods around our village, there lives a big brown bear. Not many people see him, but I know that he is there. He watches over everyone when they're asleep in bed. When I meet him in the morning, he reads the thoughts inside my head. His den is up the Coachie. I know because I've been there. He's our village guardian angel. He is the Coachie Bear.
In the woods around our village there lives a big brown bear. Not many people see him, but I know that he's there. He watches over everyone when they're asleep in bed. When I meet him in the morning, he sees the thoughts inside my head. His den is up the Coachie. I know because I've been there. He's a village guardian angel. He is the Coachie Bear.